Hi everyone, it's me again, Abdulrahman, your movie host from Qatartainment. Hope you've enjoyed my movie reviews so far. Today, we're gonna do another epic movie. This time, it's Gladiator 2. Before we get started, make sure to like this video, click the subscribe button, and hit the notification bell to stay up to date with our content from Qatartainment. Also, spoiler alert before we get started, as we might be revealing some major plot points of the movie. Sequels, by their very nature, are a tricky beast. They often struggle to live up to the legacy of the original, and Gladiator 2 is no exception. The pressure is on to deliver a film that not only honors the spirit of the first movie, but also exceeds it in every way. The bar has been incredibly set high, and it remains to be seen whether or not the filmmakers can clear it. One of the biggest challenges facing Gladiator 2 is the weight of expectations. Fans of the original have certain, let's call it, expectations about what the sequel should be. They want to see more of the epic battles, more of the level of drama and tension, and of course, the more Russell Crowe-ness that Paul Mescal has to bring to his acting. But at the same time, they want the sequel to bring something new to the table, to push the boundaries of what's possible in a historical epic. The question is here, can Gladiator 2 deliver on all these fronts? Can it somehow manage to play both homage to the original while carving out its own unique identity? It's a tall order, but one that the filmmakers are clearly taking very seriously. Lucius Hanno Varus was the little boy in the original film. He's the son of Lucilla, who was the daughter of Marcus Aurelius, who was also the former emperor of Rome in the original film. It's later revealed in the original film that Lucilla and Maximus had a relationship in the past prior to the time of the original film, making Lucillus not only the prince of Rome, but also the son of Maximus, creating more connections between the former and the current characters of both movies. We also know the film will explore themes of power, corruption, and redemption, all of which were hallmarks of the original. The cast looks incredibly impressive, with a mix of seasoned veterans to new faces. While in the original movie, the protagonist is both a general turned slave turned gladiator, the sequel had created a different approach for the protagonist. And the main characters, Lucius, who was sent to Numidia after the death of Maximus to protect him from the corruption of Rome. He was a warrior in Numidia that lost his wife during a Roman invasion, then turned into a slave and sold as a gladiator. While Pedro Pascal's character is that of General Marcus Acusius, a Roman general who trained under Maximus. He leads an army to take over North Africa and invades Lucius' home, which later on led him to become a slave. The director's vision seems to be one of grandeur and scope, with real emphasis of recreating the ground-level feel of the original. It's clear that everyone involved is passionate about bringing the story to life, and that's always a promising sign. One thing that's particularly exciting about Gladiator 2 is the way it seems to be embracing the spirit of the original, while still pushing the boundaries of what's possible. The film's action sequences promise to be more intense and brutal than before, and the drama looks like it's going to be every bit as compelling. Now, what really got me excited though is the way the film seems to be exploring the aftermath of the original story, which is no easy cake. We know that Maximus' actions has far-reaching consequences, and it seems that Gladiator 2 is going to delve into those consequences in some really interesting ways. It's clear that the filmmakers are committed to telling the story that's both epic in scope and intimate in its character work. Not to mention the antagonists. They come in many forms. First, they start off with the twin emperors, Geta and Caracalla. They have a hunger for conquest, for war, which led the general Marcus to refuse to send more men to war for the emperors, as they have been overreaching in expanding the empire. The director Ridley Scott described these pairs as damaged goods from birth, who are almost a replay of Romulus and Remus, the original founders of Rome, who are also referenced in the movie. As the theme of corruption continues in the movie, it's revealed that the supporting character turned main antagonist is none other than Macrinus, played by Denzel Washington, a former slave who plans to control Rome. His plans for revenge and ambition are so far long overdue, it seems that his time as a slave was during the time of Marcus Aurelius, the grandfather of Lucius and the former emperor. Ridley Scott described him as pretty cruel to the arena fighters, not to mention the performance that Washington was adding, that he wants to be an emperor and he's willing to do anything to get there. If there's one thing that could make or break Gladiator 2, it's the way it chooses to handle the legacy of the original. Does it respect the source material while still carving out its own path, or does it recapture the magic of the first film and end up feeling like a lazy rehash? Only time will tell. Gladiator 2 has the potential to be a real game changer, not just for the franchise, but for the film industry as a whole. It could pave the way for a whole new wave of historical epics, and that's an incredibly exciting prospect. Personally, I would rate this movie a perfect 10 out of 10. Well, that's it. So what'd you think? Are you all excited for Gladiator 2? Do you think it has what it takes to live up to the hype? Let us know in the comments below, and be sure to check out our videos for more film discussions and analysis. Don't forget to like our videos, subscribe to the channel, and click the notification button to stay up to date for more content on Qatartainment.
It is an art, choosing gladiators. They're usually prisoners of war.
I claim this city for the glory of Rome.
You have something in you. Rage. Never let it go. It will carry you to greatness. I own you now. But whose head could I give you to satisfy your fury?
The general will do. Rome has taken everything from me. But I will have my vengeance.
There is plenty of pain waiting for you in the next life. I don't know why you are so greedy for it in this one.
Your Majesties.
This is your gladiator.
It is. I have the trust of the Emperor. It will clear my path to the throne. You will be my instrument.
I will never be your instrument. In this life or the next.
Lucius, take your father's strength. His name was Maximus, and I see him in you.
Most fighters won't survive.
You must help him.
Strength among us! I don't fight for power. I fight to free Rome from men like them.
Your name will be forgotten!
To restore order, I must have power.
Everything is forgotten in time. Empires fall. So do emperors.
This is war! Real war!
The odds are against you. The odds are always against me.